Node 564560 connected to Node 564562.
Get a picture in.
Yep, you're there.
Takes a long time.
I've got a good picture.
There it comes back. Okay. I see
Good
it.
color.
Yeah, it just now showed up at my house.
Node 3, 4, 4.
Good evening. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the '08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7CYM. The Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of amateur radio enthusiasts that take to the airways with digital amateur television in the DVB-T format. We transmit on 70 centimeters to a crossband repeater on Cougar Mountain. It spits out images at 1.2 gigahertz. To find out more about our group, Google WW7ATS. That's Google WW7ATS. That will take you to our homepage on the internet. There you'll find the frequencies we transmit and receive on, a little bit of history of the group, and also you'll find a link that will take you to YouTube, where we stream our nets video Wednesdays and Saturdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. Also, we simulcast our audio with our sister station, 2 meters, WW7ATS 147.08 with a tone of 103.5. So with that, I'll pause in case anybody has emergency traffic or needs to make a contact before the net gets fully underway. Welcome back to the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. Again, I'm Dave, KD7CYM. Signed in by video link already is Ron, KD7QKU. Bob, K9PQ. Richard, K7ITX. Jim, N7QO. James, WU7N. And myself, Dave, KD7ZYM. Is anybody else wishing to check into the net this evening? Hearing none, we'll start off the net with Ron, KD7QKU in Tacoma.
Okay, this is KD7QKU. So I pushed the button, but maybe I pushed it too soon. Maybe I'm coming. Yeah, there I am. Okay. So I think I said KD7QKU here in North Tacoma, Northwest Tacoma, something. We have 80 degrees, and it's not too foggy. It's a little hazy. I can look across at the trees. They look pretty good, but the sky is hazy. So I was just trying to think what's been going on. I know I wasn't here on Friday or Wednesday or Saturday, I guess. Wednesday night we went over to sister-in-law's, the family get-together, and then we watched a movie. We came home about midnight, and we live in a 5-story building. We live on the 5th floor, so we need to use the elevator. So we got on the elevator, and I pushed 4, and the button didn't light up. So I pushed it 2 or 3 times, and it wouldn't light up. So I could push 3 and it would light up, or I could push 5 and it would light up. So we decided to go to 3 and walk up the stairs. So we went to 3, got out in the lobby, walked over, went up the stairs. So that went on for almost a week. They just got it fixed today. It was kind of inconvenient, not too bad. 1 flight of stairs is good exercise, I guess. It's easier for me to go up than it is to go down. So today Joanne went grocery shopping. So that's, she just went for a walk. I see her coming home. So that's about all that's been going on over here right now. So I'll just turn it back to Dave, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thanks for that. Let's go to Bob, K9PQ in Oak Harbor.
Okay, good evening, everybody. This is K9PQ, and I am at the far east end of the park. This is a very big park. This is the same park I always go to. And I forgot my headset. Sorry, I hope you hear me okay. There's really no wind to speak of, so it should be fine. So they have a very nice, two very nice baseball fields here. I'm sitting in the bleachers of one of them, and the other one is just behind where I'm looking now. I'm carefully stepping off the bleachers. There you see there's a playground here. I think they have 3 different children's playgrounds at this park. It's just really done very well. Here's a smaller shelter. There's a much bigger shelter near the entrance. And then down here where I'm walking toward, you might see some signs already. They have a nature trail. It was put up by the Snohomish Island County Library System, and somebody wrote a book about walking in nature and what to see, and they've put up these signs with pages from the book and with some other illustrations. The sea is very calm tonight here in the bay, in the harbor, and I don't smell any smoke, although there's haze around. I mean, you can see in the sunset. I don't know how well that's coming through, but pretty hazy that way. I don't see a lot of haze to the south, which surprises me. I see some, but I've heard from a friend that the air quality in Seattle is terrible right now. It's well into the red in their color system, and so I don't smell the least hint of smoke at this time. It's cool but comfortable and just fine with no wind. And I'm walking back, getting back toward the shore and heading back west toward the part of the park where you normally see me. So I'll leave that for now and send it back to net control.
Thank you, Bob, K9PQ. Let's pick up Richard, K7ITX in Kent.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, everyone. This is Richard, K7ITX, reporting from the Northwest Kidney Center in Kent, Washington, the Panther Lake facility. I come here every Wednesday night and Saturday night from 5 o'clock. Well, wait a minute. Let me start over again. I started talking about the times when we do our nets. No, I come here on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 o'clock till about 9 o'clock. And so about an hour. Actually, tonight I'm going a little bit later, got started later. I'll be wrapping things up probably around 9:25 tonight. So, but generally speaking, it runs anywhere, from between 5 o'clock and 10 o'clock on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And sadly, I can only use one hand, and so I'm not able to manipulate enough devices to put out a picture or video. Hopefully, though, I'll have videos this Saturday night's net. I'm looking forward to having some kitten videos of our new kitten. Yes, my daughter kept the black one, but some of you were a little worried about. But that's okay. God darn it. Trying to think of its name. Kind of tricky, or at least for me it is. It's one of the. It's named after one of the Ferrari models, and so maybe someone might be able to help me. I want to say Inzu. I don't know. That doesn't sound quite right. What could it be? Oh, jeez. I'm screwed up. Well, I'll know the name of the kitten by Saturday night. Isn't it Inzu Ferrari? I don't know. But anyway, the kitten is named after one of the Ferraris. So I thought that's pretty cute. It seems to be getting along really good with the older cats, and I think it's going to be quite an adventure to watch this little guy grow up. It is a male. That might be one reason why he's so rambunctious. So anyway, Bob, excellent video and excellent audio, and same with you, Dave. And thanks for showing us some other aspects of the park. The baseball fields are pretty cool, and the bleachers and all that. Anyway, I'm looking forward to see what everybody else has to report. This is Richard, K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks with that. Let's pick up Jim, N7QO in Covington.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave. Good evening, everyone. Well, tonight I have video on our television repeater. However, I have no audio from our television repeater. But I hear everyone just fine on 2 meters. So someone say if you are receiving audio over the television repeater, please. Ron, yeah, that's got to be frustrating with an elevator out of service like that. Just curious, is there another elevator somewhere around? Maybe walk a little distance and get to it. That could be pretty bad, particularly if you have to evacuate for some reason. You know, if someone needs an ambulance ride or something, and the people will have to carry a stretcher up and down stairs. Doesn't sound like a real good idea to me. So grocery shopping today, that sounds like an achievement. That sounds like some work accomplished. Bob, that nature walk, it sure looks pleasant there. Nice and peaceful. Not a whole lot of people around, not crowded at all. I cannot smell any smoke at my house. I'm down by Covington, considered in the foothills. So I don't know. Yeah, the visibility is low. and the skies don't look as blue as they ought to. Looks like there's maybe an orangish tint in the air a little bit, but I cannot smell any smoke over here. And Bob, you got cut off just as you were saying, just heading back. Then we lost your signal altogether. But I guess you were just about done anyway. Dick, yeah, the usual dialysis. Thank you for coming with us. We know that you've got one hand that's occupied, basically. Thanks for joining us when you can, though. And I'm sure we will all be standing by for the cat cam on Saturday. Thanks for thinking of us and doing that. And as for a model of a Ferrari, I cannot help you with that. I don't even dream about cars like that. Yep, outside my league. So I have to get someone else, or maybe someone can look it up on the computer. Anyway, good to hear everyone. Back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
N7QO, thanks with that. Let's see if we got James with us tonight. WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
Thank you, Dave. Let me see if I can get a picture going here. WU7N.
All right, testing. WU7N. WU7N. All right, testing. Okay, well, sounds like I've got audio. Let's see if I got a picture here. Oh, there's a picture there too, with the stare down at the camera double chin. Well, I had a busy day today. I went out with a friend and tested a bunch of equipment out at Renton Fish and Game. I am absolutely exhausted. I may need to leave early tonight. There are still some things that need to be done with the day, and I think I'm just running out of day to do them in. Ron, sorry to hear about your elevator being out. I hope that gets fixed in a hurry. That sounds like a huge problem. I agree with Jim. Let's see. Bob, you were cut off maybe a little bit early there. I think someone else told you that. Let's see. Richard, I don't know if there's any way to increase your audio, but I was trying to listen to you on 2 meters. And I can really struggle and pull you out, and then Jim comes on and just is a blastomatic level. So those are the two signal reports. Jim, your audio is very good, and Richard, maybe there's something that you could do, turn up the mic gain or something to increase that audio level for me a little bit. Let's see. I think that's it. I got introduced to something today, Ham GPT. Instead of Chat GPT, and it's .co instead of .com. So far, I'm not bowled over with it. I think it's a marketing thing to collect information on amateur radio operators, because if you try and use it for free, it comes back and says, sure, and then you click on it, and it still wants you to log in with an account and tell your call sign and your grid square and all sorts of data about yourself. So I'm not quite sure what it has to offer that regular old Gemini.google.com or ChatGPT can't give you. But if anybody else gets more information on that, let me know. That was ham, H-A-M, GPT.co. And let's see, I got a new kind of email today. I hate it when people do this. They use these darned services or something to send out invitations.
WU7N, you faded out. You want to try again?
Okay, Dave, did you completely lose me?
We got your audio back now. Why don't you try?
Down and it says retry, so I don't know how much of that you all got, but I'm here for another 10, 15 minutes. WU7N.
WU7N, thanks for that. And get a quick ID here again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM, and this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. Well, we seem to have somewhat of an audio failure coming in on the digital side. The bars are showing in the VU meter that it's happening. However, the audio is passing through on the 2-meter side. For audio, we're getting that quite well. And Ron, oh my gosh, with a problem with an elevator, I would fear for somebody that's in a wheelchair that have to get up to the top of the facility with the elevator not walking. Well, let's see, Bob. Nice picture and audio came across with that, and beautiful views of the park, so that was good to see. And Richard, oh wow, keeping a black cat, I guess that's kind of classic anyway. So anyway, good news on that. And N7QO, getting video, but it was showing also here not getting audio. We did have a VU meter going on your 2-meter transmission on the digital side, but somehow it didn't pass. I think probably just needs a restart on the digital repeater, but that's what's happening there. And James, WU7N, we did get pictures of audio and you, and it seemed to be pretty good. And one more time, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Well, today was kind of a busy day for me here in Lake City. My rhododendrons were saying, I'm thirsty, so I watered those, and they perked up this afternoon. But I had to go in for a CT scan for the aneurysm surgery that I had a couple of months back to see how that is progressing along. And I thought I-5 would be a piece of cake going southbound out of Lake City, at least to Roanoke, but it was backed up. It took me a half hour to get from Lake City Way to Roanoke Exchange so I could get off the freeway and then use the back roads going up to my medical appointment. And I made it with about 5 minutes to spare, so I was concerned that I wasn't going to make it, but somebody was on my shoulder anyway and had it happen, so I did get there. Because I'd had one cancellation on a CT scan, I didn't want to do another one because it takes almost a month to reschedule those. So I don't know what the outcome of the scan is, but I'll find that out next week. So this is Dave, KD7ZYM, 76 degrees, and a little bit of smoke outside. It's a little bit on the hazy side. So that's about it from Lake City. So we'll go back up to Ron, KD7QKU.
Okay, KD7QKU. I was hitting it a little bit early. Carlos told me last time I was on, so I have to wait a little bit. And it's kind of slow to connect up. Gee, Bob, that was really nice park. 2 baseball fields and everything, and play area for the kids. I hope the kids, when school starts or whatever, they have Little League, I hope they play over there. That's what they did, by our house in Tacoma. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to get a cramp in my leg. Guess I didn't drink enough water today. I'm guilty of that quite a few times. And I guess, Jim, no, we only have one elevator in the building. But we're lucky, Dave. No one on our floor. There's only 4 rooms, apartments, condos, whatever they are. And no one has a wheelchair, and above us is the same way. But the other floors work just fine. Just ours was the only one that didn't work. Yeah, I have a friend, his name is Randy. He's a ham, he lives in Boise. He has a Harley Davidson and he has a Corvette. And they live in a really nice, not a, I can't say it. The neighborhood, there's no gate or no guard, but it's a really exclusive neighborhood, beautiful homes. So he was apparently on his way home with his motorcycle yesterday, and he had a little confrontation with somebody. So he called me and said he'd had a motorcycle wreck, and then he just talked for a minute, and then he said he had to go. And so I didn't call him until the next day. He was in the emergency room, I guess, when he called me. He's 20 years younger than I am. I knew his parents, and I've known him ever since he was a little bitty kid. So I think he thinks of me a little bit as a dad. His mom and dad are dead, so I'm about the only one, kind of left. And we're real close. So I called him the next day. Well, it was a little road rage, and I think he kind of brought it on himself in a way. So he was riding his motorcycle home. He said he was pretty close to home, and there was an intersection, and a guy in a pickup, towing a trailer, was crossing the intersection or something, and he kind of had to wait for him to get out of the way or whatever. Anyway, this car behind him started honking his horn at him. He was in a big-ass hurry, he said. So I guess Randy flipped the guy in the car off. And the guy in the car, I guess, Randy thought he was going to try to run over him, and somehow Randy ended up dumping his motorcycle. And so he said one of the firemen that came rode it home. I guess it was still rideable, and they must have taken him to the emergency room. So he has some road rash on his one forearm, and he hurt his knee real bad. And so he's laid up. But anyway, he had CT scans. They thought he hurt his liver or something. But he's pretty good. But busted up his Harley. It was beautiful Harley, but it's still rideable. It's just mostly the fairing or something on it and the lights. But anyway, he said the fireman rode it home because it happened just a couple of blocks from where he lives. So let's see what else is going on. Well, I guess that's enough for this round. Richard and the cats. He's having fun. I guess they're having fun with the kittens. Kittens are so cute. I'm not surprised they're not keeping all of them, to tell you the truth. Okay, back to Net, KD7 QKU.
KD7 QKU, thanks with that. Let's see if we can pick up Bob again up in Oak Harbor. K9.
What say you?
What say you, Bob?
Hey there, saw Wade show up a picture there of Machu Picchu. So I just smelled a whiff of smoke. Don't smell it at the moment, but it's coming. So I'm down at the beach. You can see the driftwood behind me. And I'll switch back to the forward view. And that's my view to the south. A lot of haze out that way now. So this is looking east. And you can see I've come back a little way, but this is how big this park is. I'm still quite a bit toward the eastern edge of the beach, and there's a lot still there. So I'll turn back around this way. We've got I think, kind of a cool view of this log going right out into the water. And what I saw just past where the log enters the water, about 2 minutes ago, a little harbor seal, about 50, 60-pound harbor seal, went just going right along there, and then ducked under the water. Next I saw, he was a couple hundred yards away. But I haven't seen a lot of seals out here. No view anywhere near that good. So that was a treat to see that. Okay, so we'll head back walking down the beach. What else did I want to comment on? For me, Richard's signal was exactly the same as everyone else's. So I think it may be a problem with the gain between the input and 2 meters, because coming to the digital output, it sounded just exactly the same level as everyone else's to me. Okay, you can see up here, they've got a little boat up in the park for kids to play on. Like I say, there's about 3, maybe, well, that makes 4, including that one. There are a lot of places for kids to play here. It's just a really nice park. They redid it, I don't know, 10 years ago or so, maybe, something like that, and really did it up nicely, and made a nice place right in the center of downtown for kids to go and families to go. It's just very nice. And for ham radio videos. I thought I had more comments. Oh, Dave, hope all goes well with your CT scan. I'm glad you got it in. And yeah, you know, as far as motorcycles go, my nephew has a BMW, and you know, he's in his late 20s and just really excited about it. And you know, I held off giving him all the usual warnings because I know his mom has done that. But I didn't renew my motorcycle endorsement a few years ago, and I have to say I don't regret it. Last time I was on a motorcycle, I was comfortable riding, but I was not comfortable with all the other traffic. So I'm fine. I'm fine having 4 wheels and a body around me. Okay. I haven't said a word yet about the family reunion. I'll see if it comes back around. This is K9PQ. Send it back to Net Control.
K9PQ, thanks with that. Let's pick up Richard, K7ITX in Kent.
Okay, this is Richard, K7ITX. Just for an experiment, I switched microphones to see if that helps for James anyway, or whoever. So let's see. I'll just a couple comments. Yeah, Ron. Hopefully that's not going to happen again. That's pretty important to have the elevator available. That's for darn sure. And I will say that it's 80 degrees here where I'm at. We've got a thermometer, and smoky. It was smoky. It was pretty smoky at our house today. I only sat outside for about 20 minutes just because it wasn't that comfortable with the smoke. But hopefully it's going to dissipate, and I'll be able to spend more time outside. I'm not too worried about my lungs, or brand new lungs. I do want to take care of them though. So probably being out in the smoke is probably not a good idea. But anyway, let's see what other comments that I have. Yeah, I was surprised to hear from Covington Jim that he didn't smell smoke. The weather forecast map showed Covington to be hit a little bit harder from my location. So anyway, but good. Maybe it was just up in the sky and not down at the surface. So let's see. I watched the hydroplanes on Sunday and the Blue Angels. That was pretty cool. I always enjoy that. And the hydroplane finals, they're just not as exciting as that I wish they were. They're it's become somewhat of a parade at the end, and the outcome, the final finisher is no big surprise. Not like some of the car races that I go to, where it's just nip and tuck right at the very end. But the thing about hydroplanes nowadays is they stay out of trouble. I remember in the old days they would flip and drivers would get killed left and right. Luckily they don't have that anymore. All of the hydroplanes, including the small ones, have enclosed cockpits like you would see in a jet fighter type cockpit with the canopy. And so if the hydroplane flips over, the driver stays safe, doesn't fly out, and the rescue people are able to get over there quickly with their snorkels and fins and wetsuits, and jump down there and get the driver out before water gets to him. And he has oxygen anyway, so it's just a lot safer now. So with that, I don't know if it'll get around to me again, but if it does, I'll figure out something to say. This is K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks for that. Let's go pick up Jim. N7QO is coming.
Dave, we saw Wade on the air just a few minutes ago. Might want to check and see if he's there yet.
Okay, I'll do that. Let's see if W7ITL, Wade in Tacoma, are you there?
Well, I don't have my audio hooked up to my microphone, so this will be a real quick transmission. And just saying hi to everybody. Really long day at work, so I'm going to probably call it 73 round and say I'm out of here. But it was definitely nice to see the pictures from Bob and hear from Rich and everybody else. So I'll let everybody get back to the net, and I'm going to cut out so that I can get some rest for tomorrow. Long day at work.
W7ITL in Tacoma, thank you with that. Well, now we'll pick up Jim. N7QO is coming in.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave. Well, Wade, thanks for showing up there. Long day at work. Yeah, get some rest. The days can can tend to get long. Jim, don't know if you're still there. You had a long day as well, so you're probably gone. But that hamgpt.co, yeah, that sounds like, I don't remember what the other site is. Is it QSL or something, requiring a login? Yeah, I don't know. Everyone just wants to track everyone nowadays. Crazy. Thanks for mentioning that, though. Dave, yeah, thanks for information about the audio over the repeater. It started working again around when Wade showed up, but then it quit again. So I don't know what happened, but anyway, thank you for mentioning that. Makes me think it wasn't my equipment anyway. Yeah, I hope the outcome of that CAT scan is favorable. I suspect it will be, but you never know. And showing up at an appointment with 5 minutes to spare sounds to me like you showed up 4 minutes early to me. Okay. Ron, your friend damaged his Harley. That was really kind of the fireman to take it home for him. I've seen first responders do similar things like that. It's like they're not only first responders, but they help in other ways as well. A lot of people don't even realize that. Shout out to the first responders. Thank you. Bob, walking along the beach, that made me think a little bit of that fort that you walked by a couple of times, and there's some interesting clothing here and there, and then a belt is hanging there. Just gave me an idea. I don't know what's hanging over there now. Wonder what would happen if you left a pair of long johns hanging there. You know, some thermal underwear. Just curious to see what might happen with that. Wonder if it's a joke for someone or if someone's actually living there. Interesting. Dick, the microphone that you are using now, or whatever you are doing, it definitely has more volume to it. I'd say it sounds better than the one you were using earlier. What it is it's more sensitive, and that helps the volume level a lot. It's sensitive to the point where we could actually hear some of the background noise. We can hear some other patients or something in the background. But yeah, that mic definitely pumps out more volume. And I don't know, no smoke at my house that I could smell. I am a little bit higher in elevation, up on sort of a little bit of a ridge. Maybe that's the difference. I don't know for sure. I did not wind up going down to a lower elevation today. I stayed at the house all day today. But definitely not nearly as bad as it was several years ago. That was really bad. Glad it's not like that now. And it'll go away. Tomorrow hopefully will be the last day we have to deal with it. And man, what a tragedy going on in Spokane. Incredible. Hope everything works out okay for everyone. Back to you, Dave, in 7QO.
In 7QO, thanks for that. Let's go to James, Northeast Bellevue, WU7N.
Well, thank you, Dave. I'll audio only this time round and call this my 73s. Richard, whatever you did, now you're booming in just like Jim is on the 2-meter link. And yes, Bob, I frequently find that when everyone is on the digital side, like on streaming.watts.net, everyone kind of sounds about the same. That's very good audio because I think they're coming in on that same channel, so they get put out on that same channel as well. Wade, you probably know this, but you were also sorts of echoey, indicating there was some sort of feedback or problem, whatever you were doing, if you're still there. Ron, I hope, I guess it was your son, I think you said, was on the motorcycle accident. I'm sorry to hear that, but it sounds like he got through pretty well as motorcycle accidents go, and hope he heals quickly. And with that, I'm going to say 73's all. Good night. WU7N closing down.
WU7N, thanks for your 7-3. And this is Dave, KD7ZYM in Lake City. Well, you know, with my trip on the freeway, I thought, I-5 going southbound should be pretty easy since northbound is restricted to a couple of lanes, and then the express lanes were open. But boy, that was something else to find the southbound lanes were almost to a complete stop about 3 times on my trip, just going from Lake City down to Roanoke. And a couple of times when we were stopped, unbelievable. Somebody has to honk their horn. It's like you're not going to go anywhere. Traffic's completely to a stop. So I don't know by honking your horn that's going to do any good. There was a tow truck came through with a siren, State of Washington tow truck with red lights flashing and a siren, and had to yield with that. But outside of that, traffic was still dead still, and then finally picked up about the time you got over the top of the big bridge on I-5. So that's what's happening here in Lake City-ish. So let's go back up to Ron, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU here. Well, my friend with the motorcycle, I guess the car did come back, and the guy got out and asked him if he was all right. And my friend's laying there with the 600-pound Harley on him. Says, "Hell no, I'm not all right. What do you think?" or something. He said he was really upset. But anyway, he didn't get hurt very bad. His knee, I think it's his right knee, got twisted or something. It's got ice on it. But anyway, so let's see. Sunday we Mike wanted us to come out for a barbecue. His mother and father-in-law, their birthday is almost the same day, so they were celebrating both of their birthdays. So their kids were there, and then we were there. We know them real well. And so while I was there, I drove the Corvette out. So while I was there, we were kind of early, and so Mike said, "Hey, it looks good, but I got some stuff I think that'll make it look better." So he said it's really nice and clean. Yeah, I said I just had washed it. I taken it down to the serve yourself car wash and sprayed it off, and then toweled it off. He said, "You just spray this on a rag cloth," and he had some really nice towels, and you just wipe it down, and you don't have to buff it or anything, and it just really looks good. I think he said it was some ceramic stuff. So you just his Corvettes are pretty small. Just take him a few minutes, and he had put it all over the whole car. And then I have a T-top, and it's kind of gray plastic. So you can look, when you're in the car, you can look up, you can look through it. You can take it off. I have never taken it off, I guess. It doesn't leak, and I really don't know. I don't want to get it started leaking. I mean, it's 24 years old. The rubbers are all pretty hard and everything. So I've driven it in the rain a couple times. But anyway, so he said, "I think I got some stuff too that'll make your top look better." The top was kind of weathered on the outside. It's sort of plastic. So had some stuff in a little bottle, put it on a cloth and a rag, and said, let's try it here in the corner. So we did, and yeah, he said, get inside and look. No, I said, it made it a lot better. So then he did the whole top, and then he said it's good for all plastic, so he did all the plastic on the outside of the car. So the car looked really nice, and so we're all over eating and everything, and there's blue sky, and when you know, it started to rain. I don't know where the rain came from. There was probably only one little cloud in the sky. So the car got just a little bit wet. So when I was going to come home, I asked him if he had a towel, and he said, yeah, and I wiped it off. But his driveway out to the road is, like dirt. I think it's had some gravel on it, but the gravel disappeared into the ground. So there's gravel around, he has a big concrete pad out in front of his shop, and there's gravel all around there, but when you leave there, you go down the dirt. So the dust kicked up on the back of the Corvette coming out, and the taillights are all dusty now. I gotta wipe them off or something. I probably won't do anything to them, but anyway, so next time I go wash it. But it sure looked nice for a while anyway. So that's kind of what we did Sunday. Saturday night, we went to the Corvette meeting, and I didn't get home till late. But other than that, we stayed kind of busy here. Tomorrow night at Toby Jones, that's another retirement center, kind of north of us, northwest. I think it's probably the best one in the area. I think it's Tudor brick, and it looks like English or something. Really beautiful. And I think it costs a lot to live there, a lot more than it costs to live here. Anyway, they have beautiful big grounds, and so they put on a free concert every Thursday, I guess, the rest of the month. So it starts tomorrow night, so there'll be 4 concerts, I guess, and they're free. So you just take your lawn chair and go up there and sit on their grass, and they have a stage set up, and they have a nice band come in and play. We really enjoyed it the last couple of years, so we're all going to go up there. Not all, but Joanne's sister's coming in. The 4 of us are going to go up there tomorrow night, so we'll go up there. I don't know when it starts. I did print out the printout, so it could be 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I don't know, I'll have to look. But good music, big crowd. Anyway, back to net KD7 2KU.
6-2. Timeout.
KD7 QKU, thanks for that. Let's pick up Bob again, up in Oak Harbor. K9PQ.
Okay, hi again guys, Bob K9PQ in Oak Harbor. I am sitting at a picnic table, and the view you're seeing behind me is looking south out in the harbor. And I'm going to switch around to the front view now. And they have a little pond here. And here's a little bridge that goes over where the water comes out, but it's awfully low, like probably everything is low these days, which reminds me of the fires in Spokane. My heart goes out to those people, man. That's just really tough. But I'm still not back to the main part of the park where I usually hang out. That gives you an idea just how big this park is. What else did I want to comment on? Family reunion. Had a wonderful 3 days with my family in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, near Knoxville. My brother-in-law retired recently from the national labs there at Oak Ridge. He was doing research on neutrons, some research on neutrons, I'm not sure what, but he was on the experimental side, building the experiments and designing them and all of that. And so they're going to be moving back out probably to Bend soon. And but just had a great time visiting with all my brothers and sisters, and and one niece and one nephew two nephews were able to make it out of the bunch. My two nephews live there. Well, one is there for the summer. He's going to law school. The other lives in Knoxville and came out to visit. So great to see all of them. But I thought it interesting, the biases people have about where they live. I think this is the best place on earth right here out in the Pacific Northwest. But the people there in Tennessee where she lives could not imagine and actually got mad that she was leaving. Like, how could you possibly leave this heaven on earth here? And she tried saying, well, that's my home, that's where I'm from. And like they wouldn't accept that. They wouldn't buy that. And she said the only thing that worked is she said, well, I still have like 4 brothers and sisters out there, and family. Okay, well, that's a good reason to move, I guess. But their opinion was that was the best place on earth, and they literally got angry with her when she said she was leaving. Okay, I'll send it back to Net Control 73. Good night, everybody.
K9PQ, thanks with that. I thought I saw a little flash of 87NP on the air. So Carlos, if you're there, take it away.
Of the Revolutionary Generation.
87NP, we had you picture momentarily in your car. And we'll try again for Carlos, 87NP. NP, thanks with that. Let's go to Richard for a final. K7ITL.
Yeah, I saw Carlos as well. So anyway, Carlos, if you're monitoring, good to see you, and hopefully we'll see you Saturday night. Yeah, I'm glad your friend Randy didn't get hurt more than he did, Ron. That's pretty scary. Harley's a big bike, that's for darn sure. Having that on top of you, and then the road rash and all that. I guess it really pays to have a good helmet. I think there are different qualities and different styles, and I think a helmet for your motorcycle is one thing that you don't want to try to save money on. So good for Randy that he's okay. All right, well, I'm going to say 73. It's been a fun net, and I'm going to wrap it up here at the Kidney Center and in short order as well. So with that, K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks for that. And it's the bewitching hour to terminate the net, but before we do, is there anything from anybody before we pull the plug? Hearing none, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. On behalf of the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, this is Dave, KD7ZYM, terminating the net at 9:01. Good evening all.
Node 3448091 disconnected.